Let's look into problem number 5. Given below is the balance sheet of Fortune Limited as on 31st March 2019. On the liability side, we have share capital, 4,000 equity shares of rupees 100 each fully paid, 1,000 preference shares of rupees 100 each 50 paid, development reserves, unsecured loans, sundry creditors including 10,000 holding lien on some assets. Okay. Now on the asset side we have land and building, machinery, motor car, furniture, investment of rupees 50,000, whereas market value of these investments are 40,000 rupees. So stock, debtors, bank balance and profit and loss account. The company has resorted to the following scheme of reconstruction. To bring in books the present value of land and building which has been appreciated by 50%. Okay. So the second point is equity shares to be reduced to 10 per share, the face value remaining the same and all the equity shareholders paying a call of 50 per share to provide for the company's working. Right. Okay. So the next point is unsecured loans to be immediately paid to rupees 1 lakh. Unsecured creditors to be immediately paid to the extent of 10% of their claims. They have also agreed to forego 20% of their claims. Right. So the development reserves being no longer required to be transferred to profit and loss account. Investment to be brought to their market value. The amount made available as a result of the above scheme to be used to write off the debit balance of profit and loss account. So they have asked us to pass the journal entries and prepare the balance sheet after reconstruction. Okay, let us pass journal entry now. Let us look into the first point. To bring in the books the present value of land and building which has been appreciated by 50%. So what is the value of land and building we have in balance sheet? If you calculate 50% value, you will get 50,000. So this appreciated value of 50,000 we will consider in the books of Fortune Limited. So let's pass the first entry. When the asset increases, we will debit the value. So land and building account 50,000 to capital reduction account 50,000. So this value is 1 lakh into 50%, 50,000. Being appreciation of land and building transferred to capital reduction account. Let's look into next point. Equity shares to be reduced to 10 per share. The face value remaining the same. Okay, so let's pass the entry for this particular statement. So 4,000 equity shares of rupees 100 each fully paid. So they are bringing the value of 100 per share to rupees 10 per share. So let's pass the entry. Equity share capital account debit, that is 4,000 equity shares of rupees 100 each, the old value which comes to 4 lakh, to new equity share capital 4,000 into 10 rupees, and the remaining balance will be transferred to capital reduction account, that is 4 lakh minus 40,000, 3,60,000 will be transferred to capital reduction account, being equity shares of rupees 100 each reduced to rupees 10 each. So let's continue with the statement. The equity shareholders paying a call of rupees 50 per share to provide for company's working. So further, the company has made call of rupees 50 per share and shareholders are paying that 50 rupees on these 4,000 shares. Let's pass the entry. Bank account debit 4,000 shares of rupees 50 each, which comes to 2 lakh, to equity share capital account 2 lakh. So the narration will be being call of rupees 50 per share on 4,000 equity shares were made and money duly received. So next point is unsecured loans to be immediately paid rupees 1 lakh. Okay, so how much unsecured loans we have in the problem? We have to the extent of 6,40,000. So out of this 6,40,000, they are ready to pay 1 lakh rupees immediately. Okay, so when liability is getting reduced, we will debit the value. Unsecured creditors account debit 1 lakh to bank account 1 lakh. being unsecured loans were paid to the extent of rupees 1 lakh. Let's look into next point. Unsecured creditors to be immediately paid to the extent of 10% of their claims, and they have also agreed to forego 20% of their claims. So how much creditors we have? We have 2,60,000 worth of creditors, out of which 10,000 holding a lien on some asset. So this 10,000 worth of creditors is backed up by some asset. So this will be secured creditors. Now out of 2,60,000 total creditors which we have, to the extent of 10,000 is secured creditors, and the remaining value of 2,50,000 will be unsecured creditors. So out of this 2,50,000 unsecured creditors, the value of to the extent of 10% they are paying by cash immediately, and 20% of the value they are ready to forego, that is to give up 20% of value. So let's pass the entry. Unsecured creditors account 2,50,000 into 30%, that is 10% value which will be given to the unsecured creditors plus 20% value which they are ready to forego. So totally 30% of the value is getting reduced. So we are debiting the value. Unsecured creditors account debit to bank account 2,50,000 into 10%, which is paid immediately, to capital reduction account, that is foregone value of 2,50,000 into 20%, 50,000 will be transferred to capital reduction account. So the narration will be being unsecured creditors paid to the extent of 25,000, and 20% of unsecured creditors agreed to forego their claims has been transferred to capital reduction account. Let's look into next point. Development reserves being no longer required to be transferred to profit and loss account. So how much development reserve we have in the problem? 1,50,000. So this 1,50,000 will be transferred to profit and loss account. Let's pass the journal entry. So development rebate reserve account 1,50,000 account debit. To profit and loss account 1,50,000. I repeat the entry. Development rebate reserve account debit to profit and loss account rupees 1,50,000, being development rebate reserve transferred to profit and loss account. So next point is investment to be brought to their market value. How much investments we have? 50,000. The market value is 40,000. So we have to reduce or write off the value of rupees 10,000, and we will show only 40,000 in the reconstructed balance sheet. And also the amount made available as a result of the above scheme to be used to write off the debit balance of profit and loss account. So whatever amount that is left out in the capital reduction account will be used to write off the profit and loss account debit balance. So let's pass the entry. In the first entry we have capital reduction value of 50,000. So let's consider that 50,000 here. Plus in the second entry we have capital reduction value of 3,60,000. So plus 3,60,000. So in the third entry we do not have capital reduction balance. In the fourth entry also we do not have capital reduction balance. In the fifth entry we have to the extent of 50,000. So if you add all these value, the value comes to 4,60,000. So capital reduction account debit 4,60,000. So investment value, the market value will be considered for the purpose of reconstructed balance sheet. So 50,000 we had in the balance sheet, whereas as they've shown us 40,000 is its market value. So the extra 10,000 will be written off with the help of capital reduction account, and to the extent of 4,50,000 amount is available to write off profit and loss account. So 4,60,000 minus 10,000, the remaining balance of 4,50,000 will be used to write off profit and loss account. So out of 6 lakh we were able to write off only 4,50,000 worth of value. Let us reconstruct the balance sheet. In the books of Fortune Limited, reconstructed balance sheet. So capitals and liabilities, shareholders fund. First of all we have share capital. So for share capital we have new values of share capital. Let's look into that. As we have passed the journal entries, the new value of share capital is 4,000 into 10. So we have 4,000 worth of shares of rupees 10 each. Also, the company had made call of rupees 50 per share of 4,000 shares. So 4,000 shares into 50 per share. So totally 4,000 into 60. So 60 worth of shares has been issued by the company. So 4,000 into 60, the value comes to 2,40,000. So preference shares of rupees 100 each, 50 paid. So the value is 50,000. So there is no change in the value of preference shares. So we will consider complete 50,000. 1,000 preference shares of rupees 100 each, 50 paid, 50,000. So next we have development reserve. As mentioned in the question, in the adjustment, development reserve is no longer required to be in the balance sheet, and hence we have transferred the value to the profit and loss account. So we don't have any reserves as such in the problem. So unsecured loans to the extent of 6,40,000, out of which we have paid them 1 lakh worth of value. So under non-current liabilities, unsecured loans 6,40,000 minus 1 lakh, 5,40,000 we have considered here. So under current liabilities, as we have already discussed, we have secured creditors worth of 10,000 rupees because it is backed up by some asset. Under current liabilities, we have sundry creditors value of rupees 2,60,000, out of which 10,000 is secured creditors and 2,50,000 is unsecured creditors. That is 2,60,000 minus 10,000, which is backed up by some asset. Since it is secured, this 10,000 value will be treated as secured creditors, and the remaining value of 2,50,000 will be unsecured creditors, out of which we have already shown entry worth of 75,000 in the journal entries. So 10% was paid them immediately and 20% was given up by the unsecured creditors. So totally 75,000 we have to reduce the value. So out of 2,50,000, if you reduce 75,000 worth of value, the remaining is 1,75,000. So the total of the liability is 10,15,000. Let's look into the asset side. Non-current asset, that is tangible value, land and building. First of all, we had 1 lakh worth of rupees for land and building, whereas 50,000 we had passed journal entry stating it as appreciated value. So the appreciated value of 50%, 50,000 will be considered in the balance sheet. 1 lakh plus 50,000, 1,50,000. We have machinery worth of 4 lakh, motor car worth of 40,000 and furniture worth of 10,000. So let's consider the same values here. Machinery 4 lakh, motor car 40,000 and furniture 10,000. Since we already know for investment we have to show the market value in the balance sheet as stated in the problem, we have considered 50,000 minus 10,000, the market value of 40,000. So next point we have is stock, debtors and bank balance. Stock to the extent of 1 lakh, debtors 1,90,000 and bank balance 10,000. Okay, under current assets, stock of 1 lakh, debtors of 1,90,000 and bank balance of 10,000. Totally we have 10,000 worth of cash balance, out of which in the first entry we do not have any cash or bank balance transaction. In the second entry also we do not have any bank transaction. In the third entry we have bank transaction to the extent of 2 lakh we have received the value. So let's add 2 lakh to the 10,000 worth of value. Also in the fourth entry we have paid the value to the extent of 1 lakh. So let's deduct that 1 lakh worth of value. And in the fifth entry we have also paid the value to the extent of 25,000. So let us deduct that 25,000 worth of value. So the remaining balance is 85,000. Since we do not have any transaction related to bank balance in 6th and 7th entry, the final value is 85,000. So we have considered that 85,000 here. So the total asset value is 10,15,000. So the total liability is 10,15,000 is equal to the total asset 10,15,000. Let's look into sixth problem. The balance sheet of Nippon Limited on 31st March 2019 was as follows. On the liability side we have share capital, preference shares of rupees 10 each, equity share capital of rupees 10 each, general reserves, debentures, sundry creditors and bank overdraft. On the asset side we have goodwill, land and building, machinery, furniture, preliminary expenses and profit and loss account. So in the adjustment they have stated the capital reduction scheme approved by the court is as under. Point number 1 tells us holders of 6% debentures of rupees 100 are to be given 8% debentures of rupees 50 and preference shares of rupees 10 each of equal amount for the remaining amount of rupees 50. Second point is the value of all the preference shares including those given to the debenture holders as above is to be reduced to rupees 6 and the dividends rate is to be increased up to 9%. The value of equity share is to be reduced to rupees 2. Fourth point tells us the existing equity shareholders are to purchase additional equity shares of rupees 1 lakh for cash to pay off the bank overdraft value. And the last point gives us information regarding all the fictitious and intangible assets are to be written off, machinery and furniture are to be written off in the proportion of book value which with the help of general reserve and capital reduction account. So the question basically is to pass the journal entries in the books of the company and to record the above transaction and also to prepare the reconstructed balance sheet. Let's look into first point. Holders of 6% debentures of rupees 100 are to be given 8% debentures of rupees 50. So holders of 6% debentures are now converting this 100 each value to 50 each. So that means exactly half of the value. So now we are writing the same debenture as 8% debentures of rupees 10,000 and also the preference shares of rupees 10 each of the equal amount for the remaining amount of rupees 50. So now out of this 100 we have considered 50 rupees as 8% debentures. So for the remaining 50 rupees, that is same equal amount 10,000 shares, 10,000 value out of 20,000, 10,000 we have considered as 8% debenture. Remaining 10,000 will be considered as preference shares of rupees 10 each. So divided by 10,000 preference shares of rupees 10 each. Let's pass the entry. 6% debenture holders account 20,000 to 8% debenture. The converted 50 rupees value, 50% that is 50 rupees value. So to 10,000 to preference share capital account 10,000 that is 1,000 shares of rupees 10 each. Being 6% debentures were settled by 8% debentures of rupees 50 each and 1,000 preference shares of rupees 10 each. So this 6% debenture is converted into 8% debentures of rupees 50 each. So out of 20,000 they have considered the half value of 10,000 as 8% debenture and the remaining balance for the remaining 50 rupees they are issuing equal amount of preference shares of rupees 10 each. So the remaining value is 20,000 minus 10,000. The 10,000 worth of value will be issued as preference share capital. Let's look into next point. The value of all preference shares including those given to debenture holders as above is to be reduced to rupees 6 and the dividend rate is to be increased up to 9%. So how much preference shares we have in the balance sheet? 8% preference shares of rupees 10 each, 50,000. So 50,000 divided by 10, the share value is 5,000. So now we as they have stated, including those given to debenture holders. The value given to debenture holders is 10,000 shares. So 10,000 shares of rupees 10 each. So the value is 1,000 shares. Total shares is 6,000. That is 5,000 plus 10,000. Total shares is 6,000. We had 6,000 shares of rupees 10 each in the problem. Right? The value of the shares were 6,000 shares of rupees 10 each. That is 5,000 into 10 and 1,000 rupees into 10. Now the value has been reduced to rupees 6. So we are reducing the value of 60,000 worth of share value into 6,000 into 6 rupees. That comes to 36,000. So the entry will be 8,000 preference shares account, that is 50,000 which we have in balance sheet and 10,000 which we have just passed in the previous entry. 50,000 plus 10,000, 60,000 worth of share. 2. We are converting the same share into 9% dividend value. So 9% preference share capital account, 6,000 into 6 per share. So the value comes to 36,000 and the remaining balance will be transferred to capital reduction account. So to capital reduction account, 60,000 minus 36,000, 24,000 will be transferred to capital reduction account. So the narration will be being 6,000 preference shares of rupees 10 each reduced to rupees 6 per share value. Next point is the value of equity share is to be reduced to rupees 2. How much we have equity share value? Rupees 10 each. Now 10 each worth of value is reduced to 2 per share. So let's pass the entry. Equity shareholders account debit, the old value 2,50,000, to equity share capital account new value 25,000 into 2, 50,000, and to the remaining value will be transferred to capital reduction account. To capital reduction account, 2,50,000 minus 50,000, 2 lakh will be transferred to capital reduction account. Narration will be being equity shares of rupees 10 each is reduced to rupees 2 per share. Let's look into next point. The existing equity shareholders are to purchase additional equity shares of rupees 1 lakh for cash to pay off bank overdraft. So equity shareholders are purchasing equity shares worth of 1 lakh for cash to pay off bank overdraft value. So we have bank overdraft in the problem. So to pay off this bank overdraft value, they are purchasing the shares. So when the company issues the shares, let's pass the issue entry first. So company is issuing the shares of rupees 1 lakh. Let's pass issue entry. Bank account debit 1 lakh to equity share capital account 1 lakh, being 50,000 equity shares of rupees 2 each issued to existing shareholders and money duly received. Now we have passed the issue entry. Now we have to pass the payment entry for bank overdraft value. We have bank overdraft worth of 40,000 in the problem. So bank overdraft account debit 40,000 to bank account 40,000, being bank overdraft paid. So next point is all the fictitious and intangible assets are to be written off. Also, machinery and furniture are to be written off in the proportion of book values. So we have an adjustment calculation here with the help of general reserve and capital reduction account. So in this particular problem, they have stated to utilize general reserves as well for the purpose of writing off these fictitious values and intangible asset values. So how much general reserve we have in the problem? To the extent of 20,000. So let's transfer this 20,000 to capital reduction so that it will be easy for us to compute the values. As stated in the problem, they have told us to utilize general reserves for the purpose of writing off. So general reserves account debit 20,000 to capital reduction 20,000, being general reserves transferred to capital reduction account. Now let us write off the values. Capital reduction, we do not have any capital reduction value in the first entry. We have capital reduction worth of 24,000 in the second entry, also to the extent of 2 lakh in the third entry. So 24,000 plus 2 lakh. In the fourth entry we do not have capital reduction balance. In the fifth entry also we do not have capital reduction balance, but in the sixth entry we have transferred general reserve value to capital reduction worth of 20,000. So the total value comes to 2,44,000. So capital reduction account debit 2,44,000. We have profit and loss account of 1,25,000, preliminary expenses of 1,000 and goodwill worth of 90,000. Let's write off these values first. To profit and loss account 1,25,000, goodwill 90,000 and preliminary expenses 1,000. As stated in the problem, machinery and furniture are to be written off in the proportion of their book values with the help of general reserves and capital reduction. Okay, so we have transferred general reserve value to capital reduction already. So we have to write off machinery and furniture in their book value proportion. So furniture value is 15,000, machinery is 37,500. Out of capital reduction value of 2,44,000, we have utilized 1,25,000, 90,000 and 1,000. So 2,44,000 minus 1,25,000 minus 90,000 and 1,000, the total value is 2,16,000. So if you deduct 2,44,000 minus 2,16,000, the left out value is 28,000. Now this 28,000 should be used to write off machinery as well as furniture value. So how much values we have in the problem? The proportion of the furniture and machinery values is 15,000 is to 37,500. So this is the value which they have given in the question. So let's take the ratios of these two. So the value comes to 150 is to 375. So out of 28,000, 150 worth of value, the total 525 of the total value, 150 worth of value will be given to furniture and 375 worth of value will be shared to machinery. So 28,000 into 150 divided by 525, the value is 8,000. So 28,000 into 375 divided by 525, the value is 20,000. So to machinery account 20,000, to furniture account 8,000. So these values have been transferred according to the book value by taking out the ratios. Okay, so being funds utilized to write off of all the fictitious intangible depreciation and tangible assets. Let's reconstruct the balance sheet. In the books of Nippon Limited, reconstructed balance sheet as on 1/4/2019. So capital and liabilities, we have shareholders fund. We have first of all share capital, that is preference share capital. Now the 8% preference shares was converted into 9% preference shares of rupees 6 per share paid up. So as we have already passed the journal entry, the new preference share capital which is left out in the problem is 36,000. The 10,000 worth of preference shares was again converted into 6 per share value. So the new share capital is 9% preference share capital of rupees 6 paid up value, that is 36,000. So let's consider that 36,000 worth of value here. So second point is we have to consider equity shares. So equity share, the new equity share value is 50,000 which we have passed in the journal entry. Also we have again issued 1 lakh worth of shares. So 150,000 plus 1 lakh. So totally 1,50,000 worth of shares. So equity shares of rupees 10 each, the value has been reduced to 2 per share paid, 1,50,000. We do not have any reserves and surplus value. Since general reserve is transferred to capital reduction, we do not have reserves value. Non-current liabilities, we have 8% debentures. So 6% debentures was converted into 8% debenture. So this 10,000 we will consider now. 8% debentures of rupees 10,000. Current liabilities, we have sundry creditors in the problem. Sundry creditors worth of 28,500. Bank overdraft we have already written off in the problem to the extent of 40,000. So we will not consider the same again. So current liabilities worth of 28,500. Total liability is 2,24,500. Let's look into asset side. Non-current assets, that is tangible value. So we will not have goodwill since it is already written off. Preliminary expenses is already written off and P&L is also already written off. Now tangible value of land and building, machinery and furniture value we have. So land and building of 1,40,000, machinery and furniture, just now we have written off 20,000 and 8,000 worth of value. So let us deduct the written off value. Out of the total value, 37,500 minus 20,000, the left out balance is 17,500. For furniture it is 15,000 minus 8,000, the left out balance is 7,000. Cash balance or bank balance is not given in the problem, but we have made cash transaction or bank transaction in the problem. Let us check that. In the fourth entry, we have received cash worth of, bank balance worth of 1 lakh rupees, cash worth of 1 lakh. Also we have paid the value of 40,000. So if you deduct 40,000, the left out balance is 60,000. So let's show the bank entry here. 1 lakh minus 40,000, 60,000 is shown on the asset side. Now the total asset is 2,24,500. So liability is equal to your asset. So that's it for this lecture. Please comment below if you have any questions. We'll meet very soon in the next video lecture. Till then, happy learning. Stay tuned.